The brothers of Jesus are a fascinating yet often overlooked part of his story. Who were they? What role did they play in Jesus' life and ministry? And most importantly, what does their existence reveal about Christ's family life and the social context in which he lived? To answer these questions, we need to closely examine the Gospels, Christian tradition, and the theological debates that have intrigued scholars and believers for centuries. The Gospels mention Jesus' brothers in several passages. In Matthew 13 verses 55 to 56, for instance, the people of Nazareth question Jesus' authority, saying, "Isn't this the carpenter's son? Isn't his mother's name Mary, and aren't his brothers James, Joseph, Simon, and Judas? Aren't all his sisters with us?" This passage names 4 brothers and indicates the presence of sisters, although their names are not recorded. The direct mention of these relatives raises questions about their exact relationship with Jesus. Were they blood brothers, half-brothers, or close relatives? For many Christians, especially Protestants, the most straightforward interpretation is that these brothers were the biological children of Mary and Joseph, born after Jesus. This perspective holds that the Gospels use the term brothers, in the original Greek, adelphoi, in its literal sense. According to this view, Mary and Joseph had a large family and lived a typical life within the Jewish context of the first century. On the other hand, Catholic and Orthodox tradition teaches that Mary remained a virgin throughout her life, meaning these brothers could not be her biological children. Instead, they might have been Jesus' cousins or children from a previous marriage of Joseph, if he was a widower before marrying Mary. This interpretation is based on the broader use of the term adelphoin in Greek, which could refer to relatives in general, not just blood brothers. This view is further supported by the doctrine of Mary's perpetual virginity, a central belief in Catholic and Orthodox theology. Another theory, found in some apocryphal texts and supported by scholars over the years, suggests that Joseph was significantly older than Mary and had children from a previous marriage. These children would thus be Jesus' half-siblings, living in the same household but not sharing the same maternal bond. Regardless of their exact relationship with Jesus, the brothers played a significant role in his life and ministry. Initially, it seems they did not fully support his mission. In John 7 verse 5, we read that even his own brothers did not believe in him. This initial lack of faith may be explained by skepticism or even by the social impact Jesus' ministry had on the family. Being associated with someone who challenged religious and social authorities was not easy, especially in a culture so deeply rooted in family honor. However, something changed drastically after the resurrection. One of Jesus' brothers, James, became a central figure in the early church. In Acts 15, he appears as the leader of the church in Jerusalem, playing a crucial role in the Council of Jerusalem, where fundamental issues regarding the inclusion of Gentiles in the Christian community were discussed. Additionally, James is traditionally identified as the author of the Epistle of James, one of the New Testament books. This letter is known for its emphasis on practical ethics and the balance between faith and works, reflecting a deep commitment to Christian living. Another brother, Jude, also took on a significant role. He is traditionally associated with the authorship of the Epistle of Jude, a brief yet powerful letter warning against false teachers and encouraging believers to remain steadfast in the faith. These contributions highlight the transformation of Jesus' brothers from skeptics to prominent leaders in the early church. This change underscores the transformative impact of Christ's ministry, death, and resurrection on his family. The role of Jesus' sisters, however, remains more obscure. They are mentioned in passages like Matthew 13 verse 56, but their names and individual stories are not recorded in the Gospels. This reflects the cultural context of the time, where women were rarely given prominence in historical records. Nevertheless, their mention suggests that they were known within the early Christian community and likely played important, though undocumented, roles. Beyond the question of who Jesus' brothers were, a profound theological reflection emerges. How did the Son of God live within a human family? The Bible provides glimpses of his interactions with his brothers and mother. In John 2, during the wedding at Cana, we see Mary approaching Jesus to intervene in a moment of need. In Mark 3, we read about an episode where Jesus' family appears concerned about the impact of his ministry and attempts to speak with him while he is teaching. These moments show that Jesus, though divine, faced the challenges of familial relationships and the balance between his heavenly mission and human connections. Jesus' family life also humanizes him, reminding us that he shared our everyday experiences. He was not isolated from common contexts, such as sibling rivalries, differences of opinion, or the challenges of growing up in a family with cultural and social expectations. This makes Christ's message even more relatable, as he fully lived as one of us, experiencing the same dynamics that shape our lives. Another fascinating aspect of Jesus' brothers is how their journeys reflect the diversity of responses to Christ's ministry. While they initially doubted him, some of them eventually embraced his mission with intensity and commitment. This serves as a powerful example of how closeness to Jesus can transform lives in profound and unexpected ways. For many Christians, the existence of Jesus' brothers serves as a reminder that faith is not a static state but a process of growth and transformation. Those who began as skeptics became dedicated advocates of the gospel. This journey offers hope and inspiration for anyone grappling with doubts in their spiritual walk. Jesus' relationship with his brothers also raises questions about the impact of faith on family dynamics. How did Mary balance her devotion as a mother with her understanding of Jesus' divine role? How did his brothers cope with living alongside someone whose mission transcended the human realm? These questions, though without definitive answers, invite us to reflect on the complexity of family life and how God works within ordinary contexts to reveal his glory. Additionally, Jesus' brothers illustrate how the message of the gospel transcends blood ties to create a new spiritual family. In several passages, Jesus emphasizes that those who do the will of God are his true family. In Mark 3 verse 35, he declares, "Whoever does God's will is my brother and sister and mother." This redefinition of family challenged the cultural norms of the time and continues to offer a radical vision of the Christian community. The story of Jesus' brothers also resonates in theological discussions about Mary's role. For Catholic and Orthodox traditions, the doctrine of Mary's perpetual virginity reinforces her sanctity and exclusive dedication to God. For Protestants, the possibility that Mary had other children highlights her humanity and the holiness of a common family life. These differing perspectives enrich the understanding of how God operates in both extraordinary and ordinary ways. Finally, the narrative of Jesus' brothers reminds us that physical proximity to Christ does not guarantee immediate faith. It was the resurrection that transformed their disbelief into conviction. This central event of Christianity not only changed their lives but also shaped the history of the early church, where they became crucial leaders. Although the identities and complete stories of Jesus' brothers remain shrouded in mystery, their presence in the Gospels provides a unique perspective on Christ's life and the humanity of those around him. They represent the journey of all who, in some way, are impacted by Jesus, from doubt to faith, from observation to action. If you liked this video and want to know more about the characters that surrounded the life of Christ and formed the rich biblical story, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and send this video to your friends. Turn on notifications to know when new videos come out.